cutting day, so she says. What on earth has decimated the gooseberry bush is these two here have got no leaves left on them. I'm gonna have an inspect. This one's the heavy cropper, so I'm just gonna have a look, see if I can see anything obvious. But is it caterpillars? Absolutely. They're like sticks. I'm gonna go and check Ray's. Have a quick look. Yeah, similar. There's a few branches of his. Yeah, and that one up there too. Oh, I'm not too bothered then, as long as it's not just mine. Runner beans. Look at the size of that. The size of that. Humongous. We have a lot of these. I might pick a load today and see if the neighbour wants some. I don't think they're everybody's favourite. Right, I had a good cut on the pumpkins. I took off all the runners that went off around the plot. This one I haven't done yet. That's my butternut squash. I want a few more butternuts before I cut them off, but because we've got a lot of these uchikuri on here, 5 of those, that's plenty for one plant for me. Again, it's knowing when they're ready. I just feel it's really early in the season, isn't it? Somebody help me out. Has this got to go brown? Does the stem on the thing have to go brown? These two here, the first ones, can you see that's got the dry cracking a little bit on there, and that one's the same. So I'm not sure when they're going to be ready. Let's go and put this, can you see here? Strawberries. It's only on one plant. I'll have to read up on what they Gauntlet and Cambridge. Ray put in for me when he was going to take the plot on, so I'm going to have a quick check, see what varieties are maybe autumn fruiting. I need to water the carrots again, they're not coming up. These carrots doing good. Oh, big weed. Big weed. Big weed. Don't want that in there. Right, let's get the other label in. Get some order. Looking good. Just needs a bit of a water. Have a look at this beetroot that's in my path. And again, I've been too eager with all my first plantings of beetroot. I think I was just pulling them up way too early. See, that's a nice size now. All them cabbage are looking great. I'm just going to cut some tubes now and get them in. Just taking the possession of or adoption of a marrow. I can't say no. The old guy that gave me the, what did he give me? I need to go get some canes. He gave me the muscle leeks the other day that I'm going to get in. He's just given me a marrow. Tricia will do a nut. Right, I just need some canes now to go inside the poles. I'm trying to choose the older ones because I've got to saw these up too. Right. Oh, I just spoke to somebody else who happened to say within conversation that her gooseberries had just been attacked by a sawfly. Gooseberry sawfly? Is that one of them there? So does the fly lay its eggs and the babies eat the leaves? Or do the flies actually eat the leaves? I'll have to do a bit of research, but she said they'll be fine. Don't do anything with them, they'll come back next year. Always do, which is good. Right, must crack on and do the job I'm going to do. I've done a guesstimate on that one, so I'm just going to see if that one fits with the rest of them, and then I'll cut them all to that length. Hundreds and hundreds of crickets, I can hear them. Right, let's go, let's give this a whirl. Found another use of the neighbour's fallen apples. They're propping my phone up. Just so. Just so. Right. I saw a couple of canes for this. I think that's the right length. Bend. A little trip in the compost bin. I don't know how long you've been down in the compost. It's got me. They're all bloody different, all over the place. This is. I'm not going to bother you. I'm going to cut the rest of that tube up because I want to take some of these home and get the leeks in down here, and maybe do another bed up on the other plot. So I'll catch you in a bit. Have a look how straight that is. It's like a donkey's hind leg. That's the 4. They're okay. Now I've just got to locate the netting. I'll just go and check my van. I don't think I got it out the van, but I've decided I'm going to stick some leeks in the first 2 here. Get them covered and see how they go. A bit risky because these were the allium leaf miner in that bed, and it was also in this bit over here. But hey, if I don't get them in, then the ones the neighbour gave me, they're just going to die anyway. I'm liking the look of that now with the cabbages in. I think I've got a space at the bottom. I may just stick in something else. I think I could get another 1 in there, maybe 2. Find something. I think I've got some cauliflower, but we'll see. I might just stick to cabbage. I think I have to just slow down. I'm going to get these cabbage in there and watered, and then I'm going to take a slow walk to the shop and get a cold drink. Multi-sowing spring onion. I've got some 50 long scarlet and some ramrod. I've got my labels ready. I'm on the game. So they're going to go in there. 20 of each. I have just done, pretty warm. I've just sowed some Elsa Craig in there. Nothing's coming up on the coriander. This is a bit of old rocket I've kept going. Again, coriander not doing great. It's too hot, I think. Too hot in here for it. That's all my pak choys and my broccoli rabs. I think every single one is taken. They're not looking too bad. That's just some leftover broccoli rab and pak choy spares. These are my red drumhead cabbage. They were taken out of a small pot and put into their own cells. Those are my pickling onions, Paris silver skin. So they're staying in there, I think, till they're ready. This is a pak choy. Something's had a bit of a nibble. Can't find the suspect yet. But plenty of pak choy, just because I know the slugs do eat them. I think this is Romanesco cauliflower. See what I mean? If I don't label straight away, I think it was because I think I did all this tray and then ran out of room. So then put them in the pots. The rest of it is January King 2, self-blanching cauliflower, and the cauliflower Romanesco. So I've got the beetroot at home, multi-sown, that need to go out. They're going to go in the bed at home. So I do need to take some of those blue tubes home for sure, because I was thinking about covering the lettuce bed properly so everything down here looks the same. But that's six lengths of tubing per bed down there, and I have had ideas that I may run a path down the middle just to cut the beds a bit shorter. And because after the first year we're realising now that we don't need so much of the stuff, I can always give it away. No, I've done the Ilsa Craig. Those are for the big white onions. And now I've just got to do the half tray each of spring onions, the ramrod and the other variety that I mentioned earlier. Again, when I start doing alliums, it's where do I put them? And as a last ditch, oh, I've got to go to the van and get the netting, because I am gonna, oh, see, I'm so worried now about putting those leeks in and wasting the space in the bed. I'll have to have a think. I could do that actually. I think the bit that's the no dig at the end, just put some leeks in there and see how they go. And if they do all right, then I could use the rest of the bed once I've turned it into no dig to put the onions in that I've just sown, the Elsa Craig. And then fingers crossed, because I look around and everybody else is growing onions. Even the next door that way, I'm not sure if Ray is, but the 2 down there, she does. And Laura, my tiny garden, Tricia said she will do you a video when she does the canning tonight of our pasta and pizza sauce. We've already made the pan, it's reduced down nicely, but obviously everybody's got their own way of this canning, so I can see where you and I both are getting a bit lost with it all. Busy enough doing the planting and the sowing and the harvesting, watering, weeding, tying up, everything else, but then the extra bit on top is how to preserve it once it starts flooding in. Like I said, this is our first year, and I think Tricia's up to here already with vegetables. Not eating, just obviously just prepping them, and preserving them. She, like I said, coming from Canada, she used to do a lot of canning out there, but all the ingredients are different here. The salt's different. She wants canning salt, pickling salt, because we did some cucumbers via a video that we'd seen on YouTube. Everybody putting salt on their cucumber slices just to draw out the moisture so they remain crunchy. But we've done that, then we've jarred them just for fridge pickles this time. They're horrible, to be honest with you. They taste too salty. Now I like malt vinegar things, so if it was just in malt vinegar I'd love them, like the beetroot. But just the salt has just totally changed the flavour. So she's going to revert back to doing what she did previously on our first little jar that we tried that were nice. So sometimes you can watch a video too many and change it, and it spoils it. I'll still eat them, I'll stick them in sandwiches. And we're having a lot of like salady pickles. Helena Odd Socks, I don't know if you've seen it, but she did a video on 3 types of dough. There was a pizza bread, a flatbread, and a loaf, I think she did. And yeah, I wrote all those down. And I made the pizza dough. I think I've made that twice now. It's so good. And I separate them into dough ball, into separate, look like bread cakes, bread rolls. Froze them, uncooked, just the dough. And I Ziploc bagged them individually, get them out as and when we're gonna use them. But I had one left over the other day. and it had been defrosted, so rather than chuck it away because we didn't fancy pizza, I just rolled it out with a rolling pin. None of this fancy malarkey spinning it in your hands. Rolled it out, sprinkled it with sea salt, rosemary, bit of olive oil. I did roll it out with semolina, not flour, just for that crunchy. Put it in the oven. It was delicious. Look at me sitting down. Oh my god, oh my god. Just in here picking tomatoes, and look what I found. So yeah, I'm busy picking red tomatoes. Look down, can you see? Oh, another tomato. But look, something's turning red. Again, my labelling wasn't great. Oh look, there is a label. Hot pepper chili shake. So that's a hot one, but look, it's turned red. Oh my goodness. These I weren't sure if they were going bad, but I think they might be turning colour. That's got black on the bottom. This one's got, oh my god, you see, I didn't see. It's got loads of these on. I think they're all coming into their own. Can you see that one? I thought that was going bad too, actually, because it's browny. But I'll wait and see. Don't get me onto peppers. We don't eat them that much. I think, why is that all gone fuzzy now? There we go, that's a better camera angle. What is it with all this fruit wanting to get wedged in? You see that cucumber in that clip? Oh, let me show you something else. I think this tomato here wanted a waistline. I had to put this basket here because this branch here went off on a tangent, but let's see if we can get in. Can you see? He's half in and half out. Can't push him, can't pull him. Oh, he's just wedged in there forever. Oh. So yeah, now I can't push it. Push him down, push him in. He's living there. Don't like leaving him. It looks like a minion. Maybe I should bite him off at the top and bite him off at the bottom. Oh, there you go, I've ripped him. Yeah. Right, this tomato's done for another day. On to the next. I'll bring you on a carrot journey. You see how long it is since I've that's a bit of bindweed I found in the carrot bed. Again, I haven't been messing about with these carrots, I've just left them. So now when I go in to push them back, and there's some weeds and stuff, but they've done all right. Pull out some of these weeds. And again, look at that, it looks like a celery, doesn't it? So I'm just going to get hold of that one. I can see red ants there, look. So just be careful where I am. Let's see what we've got if I just pull the big thing out. Wow, it's like a 9-star of David. It's doing the can-can, or doing the splits every which way. But that's a biggie. Just thin it out a bit. Some of the chunkier stems I'll pull out. Let's have a go at this one. There's another one then. Right. Another bit of a chunk of a carrot. All right. Just seen another one there that's almost out the ground already. Looks like it's got a bit of daylight on him. Wow. Yeah. Look at another go. I don't, these almost look like Chantenay, don't they? Something like that, where they're a bit more stumpy, or is that me just making excuses for odd-shaped carrots? Not bad. Again, we don't really need too many. We're tending to just have I'll pull that one up only because it's hanging out. But in all honesty, I like them raw. So I think for now, those were the great big thick ones. There might be one more thick one actually. I'll just have a look further down. Grasshoppers everywhere. These are those little ones. There's another big one there. I don't know if that's had an ant's nest around it. Let's just grab and pull. Yeah, aphids, can you see? All around the top. I had that with something else, didn't I? I can't remember what. Just a bit of a... These were well oversown. Again, you learn, don't you? That next time you do them, you do thin them out like I've done on the other ones. I've just grabbed a handful there. That'll do. Oh, that'll do. If we don't eat them, we'll give them to the neighbour. Just get rid of some more of this bindweed. Because I think carrots don't like being invaded with the weeds. Oh, stacks of it. Strangling my plants. Strangling. Oh, wow. I think I actually got the root of it there. Look at that. I'm always impressed when I get a big root like that. Right, I'm just going to stick all these back in, get them covered, and probably head home. Right, I'll see you guys probably tomorrow, and I'll finish off the jobs I haven't got done today. We've got peas there, it's just they need to fatten up and I haven't got access to them quite just yet. But we'll get there. Those are the Kelvin Wonder that I put in a while back. Take care, see you soon. Guess what we're doing? Happy Thursday. This is Tricia's present she bought herself. It's a water bath canner. We bought the jars. It's got a fair few in there. That's been brought to the boil. This is our tomato sauce. That is literally 4 or 5 garlic cloves, homegrown. A huge pot full of tomatoes, fresh ones and frozen ones that I've been saving. It's just been reduced right down. A tiny bit of olive oil as well. But that's it, that's just tomatoes. Pass the taste test. No. Those are the lids that will be brought to the boil once Tricia gets going.
And I boil the jars, the water, and also the lids. I put a little bit of vinegar inside for the boiling process, only because we have hard water here. And if you don't, you will take the jars out and you'll see they're really filmy with a film. You're wondering what's going on with the film. Where is this coming from? It's from the hard water. So put a little bit of vinegar and no hard water. That's good. That much, and I just don't want it to go in the jars. It doesn't really matter. So when the water starts boiling with the jars inside, I put the lid on it and I boil it for 10 minutes to sterilize the jars. I'm gonna have to get a ladle or something. Bottle of lemon juice, or I have a teaspoon of citric acid per quart of tomatoes. Right? Have the lids put on after they've come out of the sterilization before we actually put them back on the boil. The little lip right there reverses back, and then eventually once it's all canned, that will stay in.
Just finger tight.
Oh, fit one more jar in there.
It's brought the water over the top of the lids though, hasn't it, that one? Another
Yes,
one would
so
have
now
taken
what
a
I'm going
little
to do,
bit
I'm
more.
just going to add a little bit more water. So now we're going to boil this, the last process of the cooking jars. And it's going to be, I'm going to put a couple more inches of water over top. Then once it comes to a boil, I'm going to boil it for 30 minutes. And that's it. I have to get the top of the water off there. Make sure we're all right. Oops, one went. Did you hear it?
Yep.
That's what it's supposed to do. Yeah, I'm moving over to the left here.
Yep, it's fine. There you go, another one did the do. Click.
Another one. Yeah. Here we have 7 jars. That's pretty cool.
What size are these jars?
These are a pint. And for those that don't know what a pint is, you can Google the difference, right? It's either a quart or a pint. These are a pint. They've all popped. And the reason you know they all pop is you can either hear them or when you press your finger down there, it doesn't pop back up. So all 7 of them are popped. So now we let them cool for about 24 hours and then we put them somewhere in a nice, cool, dark spot until we're ready to use them as time goes on.
Our new 2 plot buddies of my mum, Tricia and Cornelius. Good Friday morning. First plan of the day is a little bit different. Back to what we're doing. Let me get my basket down somewhere. Put it in the greenhouse. Because it could be raining before we know it. Oh, wow, look. A few more of the big ones. Look at me. Chilies. I've ordered some stripy purple ones. There's a nice little red one over there. I can see, I'll show you later. Those melons, I'm not sure. They're still ticking along. We gave a carrier bag full of cucumbers to our neighbour yesterday. Their daughter likes to just peel them and eat them. I'm glad we did because we've got plenty more in there. Right, come with me. If my battery lasts long enough and you can hear me over the wind. My plot neighbours, I've met him a couple of times, has got a plot and he's just had an operation to remove a toe, his big toe. So he wanted some help just keeping his plot tidy. I've never seen it, so I'm here. Let's have a look. Right, he's got 2 sheds. Keeping it tidy. What's he got in here? He said pick anything you want because he can't get up here. I'll keep an eye on his tomatoes, make sure there's no blight. A few little beds here to weed. So yeah, there's tomatoes that want weeding. He's got these courgettes. Yeah, courgettes, bit of a marrow one going on there. I think he had it a couple of days ago. I don't mind helping him out. Not much. I think that belongs to the, yeah, that's the path there. So this bit belongs to the neighbour. So it's just this area here from the blue sheds. He's got his sweet corn here. Oh wow, that's ready. I have asked him for his address to pick things for him and then take them to him. It's not giving me that. Raspberries. Blackberries, look. A ton more blackberries. Wow. Again, I can help the guy out. I'm gonna just go and get my gloves on, weed a few beds, and then come up here, pick some bits and just tidy his little beds up. There's not a lot I can do around here. And then I'll bring the strimmer another day and just trim around the edges. I think battery is running out, so I'm going to crack on. I'm not going to film any of it, and then I'm going to get on with this week's video. I had a good bit of a nice surprise the other day that I'll fill you all in when we're ready. And yeah, so these are the melon. It's a Minnesota midget, so it is ripening, although there's not much left. Like you said, look at that. This is what's left of its leaves. So yeah, the two there and the one here. This doesn't seem to be getting any bigger, but the colour's changing underneath. There's another giant gherkin. Give it a drink. And then get on my way over there and just weed his beds before it starts raining. Another rushed video. I don't think I'll ever get around to doing these videos any different. But hey. Right, where's that going? See, it's running out. It's doing its own thing again. Laura woke me this morning with a nice message about... Oh my God, what's this thing doing? Behave yourself. Raspberry and blueberry muffins with cinnamon sugar topping. And I've come out without any breakfast, so I'll be eating stuff off the plot today. Right, take care, see you all next week. Have a great weekend.